The meeting between President Donald Trump and Russian President Vladimir Putin concluded after nearly 3 hours of discussions, with both leaders calling the talks constructive but stopping short of announcing concrete agreements. The highly anticipated encounter in Alaska marked a rare opportunity for direct dialogue between Washington and Moscow at a time of strained relations. Russia's ambassador to the United States, Alexander Darchev, tempered expectations ahead of the press conference, acknowledging that no major breakthroughs had been achieved. He noted that while progress is being made, particularly on visa issues, changes remain gradual. During the press availability, President Putin emphasized his view that the conflict in Ukraine might have been avoided under different U.S. leadership. He recalled past conversations with American officials in 2022, suggesting he had warned against pushing the situation to the brink. While reaffirming Russia's interest in a long-term settlement, he stopped short of outlining any specific new initiatives. President Trump, while praising Putin's remarks as profound, refrained from endorsing the Russian leader's narrative. Instead, he underlined that the United States would not pursue new business opportunities with Russia until hostilities in Ukraine had ended. "We look forward to dealing, but we're going to try and get this over with first," Trump said, highlighting America's economic leverage. The two presidents presented their relationship as pragmatic and professional. Putin described their interaction as businesslike, while Trump characterized the talks as very productive. Both leaders suggested that the conversation opened channels for further dialogue but acknowledged that substantial differences remain. Key points from Putin's remarks included his description of the meeting as constructive and his framing of Russia and the United States as neighbors despite geographic distance. He expressed gratitude for the trusting tone of the discussions and reiterated Moscow's willingness to seek an end to the conflict in Ukraine. Trump, for his part, emphasized his intention to brief Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky and NATO partners on the content of the talks. He indicated that progress had been made on many points, but stressed that a comprehensive agreement on Ukraine would require consent from all parties involved. Following the session, Putin visited the Fort Richardson National Military Cemetery, honoring Soviet pilots who had trained with U.S. forces during World War II. A scheduled joint lunch between the American and Russian delegations was canceled, and Trump returned to Washington after taping an interview. While the meeting closed without dramatic announcements, both sides signaled cautious hope for continued engagement. The Alaska talks underscored that despite deep divisions, dialogue between Washington and Moscow remains a crucial factor in addressing the ongoing crisis in Ukraine.